First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
For the defense coordinator this week. Telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Receiver in motion now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Finds an open target on the left side. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Gives it to the back. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the freshman able to get home with the sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And now the handoff. Powerful running here. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Caught a quick shovel pass there. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Will he score here? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down, ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
7, UAB 0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back, and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, looking to throw it. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Touchdown, Aztecs. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
14, UAB 0.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Blazers offense retakes the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick-6 last time out here. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He's looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure.
Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. It's a turnover. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Touchdown, San Diego State. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out. It gets him a touchdown.
0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's complete downfield. They lose the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. Yeah, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down.
Slide 22.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Okay, ready?
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the wideout goes in motion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Handoff to the back. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Gain of 1. 2nd down.
Ready up.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Here we go. Ready.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2-9 Philly.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, San Diego Bears 21, UAB 0.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, UAB. And they get set now to try the PAT. Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
UAB 7.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. San Diego State offense on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
2nd down play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. That's good for a 1st down near the 40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Breaks loose at the 40. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence, and you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And the Aztecs pick up enough for a first down here. Here's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Long enough and good. And they add to their lead. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
And that's a first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That's a bullet pass to the left side. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. And the Blazers will crank up the tempo. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw yet again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Igloo, Tuna, Griffin.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's caught downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
What a
clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Got it.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long.
Get set. Get set. Ready.
There's the handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. They go with a direct snap. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. And he'll make it for the score. Touchdown, Blazers.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it just outside the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Final 10 seconds of the first half. They'll line up with first and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Can he take it all the way? Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Blazers will kick it off to begin the second half.
Number 9, set to advance on the football.
Return here from inside the 15-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start.
And the San Diego State offense will take over first and 10.
Here comes the San Diego State offense back out there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made by the tight end. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
First and 10 play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a first and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Breaks loose at the 40. Powerful running into the secondary. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
He'll hand it off. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And here's the handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aztecs.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Automatic on the PAT.
31, UAB 14.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Blazers offense retakes the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, maybe hold them to 3 points.
Now, crucial 3rd down and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The UAB offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, the running back at that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Okay, ready?
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Lets it fly to the wide out. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Ready, set. Cut. Griffin. In blue.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he's going to fire this one deep down the middle. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be. It is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Inside the 30 now. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Aztecs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or do they have to settle for 3? And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He makes the grab. Tackle made quickly, but gain to the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Aztecs pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Touchdown, San Diego State. And the route is on. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And he knocks through the PAT.
UAB 14.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the UAB offense back out there. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a short completion of the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
But we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker. The Blazers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Quick completion to the tight end. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He makes the grab. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. And the Blazers under the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Aztecs offense back on the field now. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. Breaking free at the 35. Tackled, but first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. It's second down.
Check.
He's going to hand this off. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. The Aztecs keep the football on the move.
Okay. Break.
Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.